Sometimes history looks like a textbook, and sometimes like an autopsy report. Hello, I'm Tasty Sam, and now we're not going to talk about an image, a slogan or a monument. We're going to talk about Vladimir Lenin and the scale of what he set in motion. If you strip away the posters and quotaships, what remains? Lenin did not come to power with an idea of freedom. He came with the idea of control through fear, and this is visible not in interpretations, but in documents. Already in December 1917, in Czechia was created not a court, not an investigative body, but a structure with the right to kill without explanation, just between 1918 and 1922. By the most conservative estimates, at least 150 million people were executed. And this is before Stalin. This is the foundation. Lenin personally signed directives calling for Merkel's terror. In his telegrams you find phrases like hang publicly, shoot as many as possible, suppress without hesitation. Do you think a person who writes like this believes violence is accidental? Lenin introduces the concept of collective guilt. If you belong to the wrong class, you are already suspect. Those targeted by repression included former officers, engineers, teachers, clergy, well-off peasants, people with education and property. Tens of thousands of priests and monks were executed or imprisoned. The property of millions of people was confiscated. If you eliminate those who can think and organize, who do you want left? The famine of 1921-1922, the Volga region, the South Central regions. Estimated deaths toll 5 to 7 million people. This was not a natural disaster. It was the result of Prodrazvorstka, forced grain execution. Lenin knew about the famine. There are letters where he writes that famine is a convenient moment to suppress resistance. People who can barely stand do not revolt. Cynical? Yes. Effective? Also yes. That's exactly why it was repeated later. The first concentration camps appeared under Lenin, not as temporary measure, as a solution. By 1921, more than 80 camps were operating. Hundreds of thousands passed through them. Mortality in some places reached 20–30% per year. People were held without sentences, without trials, without names, only categories. From this moment on, a person stopped being an individual. They became an until of accounting. Kronstadt 1921. The sailors, the same ones who had previously supported the Bolsheviks. Their demands: freedom of speech, free elections, an end to terror. The response: artillery, assault, thousands killed and executed. Lenin personally sanctioned the suppression. No negotiations. Lenin created a model where the goal is more important than life. The idea is above the human being. Fear is normal. Lenin is not just a figure in history. He is the architect of a mechanism that later crushed millions. Why do people so easily accept violence when it is beautifully explained? At what moment does an idea once again begin to demand blood? And will we be able to recognize it before, not after? If it matters to you that these topics are discussed without smoothing the edges, more videos are on Off TV. A subscription to my OnlyFans page gives access to content without censorship and without short memory. I'm Tasty Sam, and history always gives a second chance. The only question is, to whom and at what cost? Bye.